Hey there guys, how are you doing? Welcome to my kitchen in Nashville. Today we are taking a field trip outside of Thailand and going to Vietnam. And we're gonna eat this dish right here. It is a Vietnamese street food called Banh Xieo. But of course, I'm gonna do my Thai twist on it. It's a thin coconut crispy crepe stuffed with shrimp and a whole bunch of goodness and a dipping sauce. For the crepes, it's 1 cup of rice flour, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar with a pinch of salt, water, that's 1/2 cup, and 1 cup of coconut milk. For today's crepe, I'm gonna stuff it with shrimp, peanuts, cilantro, carrots, bean sprouts, and Thai basil. Now the cool thing about this recipe is for the crepe itself, if you opt out on your protein, it's a completely vegan dish. And also, this batter is gluten-free. Pretty cool, right? It covers so many bases when it comes to modern dining today in America and the world. That's about 1 cup of super fine rice flour. I'm gonna add to this bowl 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and that's gonna give it a little more crunch when it hits that skillet. All right, this is my turmeric. I have some sugar, and I have the exact same amount, which is a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. A quick little mix, and now I add the liquid. Can you hear the garbage truck outside? Okay, super easy. It's 1 cup of coconut milk and 1/2 cup of water. And I'm just gonna pour it right into this mixing bowl, like so. Just whisk it together till it's fully combined, let it rest for about 20 minutes, and then it's time to make the crepes. It's that simple. So for the dipping sauce, it's a 1/4 cup fish sauce, a 1/4 cup of sugar. I have 2 tablespoons of distilled vinegar and 1/2 cup of water. Chili flakes, red onion, garlic, and of course some peanuts. And I've added my liquids and the sugar into this sauce pot. I'm gonna bring it to a little simmer so all the sugar can dissolve, and I'm gonna take it off the heat. I'm adding my garlic and my red onion, my chili flakes, and the peanuts. Stir it up, let it cool down, and that is my dipping sauce. So what I have here is a skillet that I'm gonna add a little bit of oil just for good measure, and this batter, which looks a little bit like the consistency of buttermilk, is perfect. What I'm gonna do is very gently place some batter into the middle of this pan and roll it around until it completely coats the bottom. I'm gonna let that sizzle, crack, and pop. I'm not gonna flip it. I'm gonna let it do its magic and crisp up on the bottom. And what the heat's gonna do is as it hits the bottom, it's gonna cook all the way through to the top. While that's happening, to one side of the batter, I am going to place some shrimp, because I'm gonna fold it over. The reason why I'm doing this is oftentimes at restaurants when I order this dish, the shrimp tends to fall out. So hopefully, because the batter is still wet, it'll adhere to the crepe a little bit better. Now, I'm gonna add a little bit of peanuts, my bean sprouts, my carrots, a little bit of Thai basil, which I don't think is common in traditional Vietnamese crepes. I think they use mint more often than Thai basil for this application, but I don't have any mint, so it's a Thai basil kind of day. And then I'm gonna add some cilantro. The magic is really happening in this pan right now. I wanna mess with it, but you're not supposed to, so just, I need to trust it. I need to trust the process. I had to look. How cool does that look? It's so visually pretty too because of that turmeric. Now I'm just gonna dig into the bottom of one side of the crepe, and I'm gonna do a little flip over. That's a technical term, a flip over. How beautiful does that look? Now all I'm gonna do is take my crepe and plate it. I'm gonna add some lettuce leaves because it's meant to be eaten like a wrap. And I also have my beautiful dipping sauce right there. Yes, can we take it next level? Let's take it next level. A little bit more peanut on top, a few sprigs of Thai basil, just so they know what they're getting into. And of course, my go-to, some bright and fresh cilantro. You guys, hello, check it out. My Vietnamese-inspired shrimp-stuffed coconut crepe. Okay, we've made it to the point that I've been waiting for. This is my inspired Banh Xieo, my crispy coconut rice flour crepe stuffed with shrimp and a whole bunch of great flavor. I have my dipping sauce right there, and I'm gonna show you how it's done. Take a little bit of the crepe and place it into the lettuce leaf. Place some of this sauce right on top, and the next thing we do so good. Delicious. Bye.